Hey guys, Cullen here with some show notes, some updates for you. We will be downsizing to one episode a week for the summer because all of us work an extra 10 to 16 hours a week, so it's a lot harder for us to get the time to do all the stuff that's required for this. And in a little more fun news, Dan and I have a project coming that we think you guys will like, and we'll give you more updates as we can. It'll be a YouTube thing, and that's probably all I should say for now. Thank you. We didn't talk about who was going to start.
Which bush, my friend? That was the first thing I thought of.
Hold the heckin' phones here. Listen. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your favorite podcast on the internet. Also, the only podcast on the internet. I'm Cullen, and I will be your, what's a word for guide? I'll be your shaman this evening. With me, I have 4 beautiful men. All 4 very beautiful. But let's start with Caden.
Hello.
And Thomas. And a newly chonky Dan. Oh shit, you didn't say anything. He just waved. I guess that's not very good for a podcast.
What the hell?
This is the podcast that you don't just listen to. You have to watch this one. Because we have a special guest. Pedro Pascal.
That's it. You only get quick cuts.
He's muted. He couldn't afford a mic.
Fine.
What do you mean?
With all that Last of Us money. Yeah, he made like $700,000 an episode for that.
Jesus
supposedly.
Christ.
Yikes.
Yeah.
10 episodes or 6, maybe 600,000.
Even if you're paying like 60% in taxes, pretty all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Buy a lot of empanadas with that.
People were bitching because the girl, whoever plays the Ellie, she made like $70,000 an episode. I was like,
Isn't she like a newer actress?
I think so.
Yeah,
It's a weird thing.
Pedro Pascal is established. He was in a fucking movie with Ben Affleck 2 years ago. Calm down.
Yeah.
He was in a movie with
I'm
Nicolas
arguing,
Cage
friend.
this year, Dan.
Well, no, I'm
God.
saying like the dude's been bigger for a while now. Like
He's the MFing Mandalorian.
Yeah, bro.
I have not watched that, but yeah, I forgot about that. He is. Yeah. Once you enter the
Wow.
Star Wars universe, you've basically got it made.
Unless you're Gina Carano, then, you get canceled.
I don't know.
She was in The Mandalorian, then she got canceled.
Calm down, nerds. All right.
They did it pretty well.
Okay.
Like in the series, they're like, whatever happened to that lady? And they're like, oh, she was so kick ass. They promoted her. Well, now she's gone. Like it's not like they were mean, They could have just like, she ate a bad mushroom and she shitted herself to death.
So I want to go.
Bad mushroom.
We're going to talk about video games.
Yeah.
Any video game that we have played in the near recent past. Anyone got something that they really need to get off their chest?
Pong.
If we want to warm up, we could start with games on our phone. Anybody been playing any phone games?
Hell no.
No?
I play Clash of Clans on the toilet every morning.
Ew.
Does that count?
Play cock on the toilet, bro.
In more ways than one, my brother.
We're done.
Dan,
Sign
at my
off.
age, did you or did you not spend 12 hours a night playing Clash of Clans?
I've been playing Clash of Clans since like 2014.
Yeah, and you stopped.
I
So why are you
stopped,
yelling at
yeah.
me? Why are you yelling at me when
It
you
was
know
new
damn
when
well
I
you did it?
started.
No, you still played it when we worked together at the
Oh,
place that shall not be
Yeah,
named,
that's fair.
and you were my age.
It's true. That is true. These are
Tell
facts.
me
Now
more.
I play the Office game.
What is this?
It's like you ever played Adventure Capitalist, where it's like it generates money, like it's just a clicky. What do you call that? Like a tap game.
Mhm.
They have like an Office version of it now, and I have to have it. I love the Office.
I think the first tap game I ever played was Cookie Clicker. I was like middle school. It's like just tap the shit out of your fucking phone.
Shit. Yeah, no, it's not
Get
that.
more cookies.
No, Adventure Capitalist is like you start with this fake money, and you use your fake money to buy fake businesses, and then your fake businesses give you more fake money, and then you use that fake money to buy more fake businesses, and your number just keeps ticking up faster and faster, and that's literally the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it used to be you could break it and just go into your clock in your phone and set it forward like 25 years, and you get all that money. But they fixed that. That game used to be broken.
All right, Thomas. come at us with some heat, friend. What kind of shit you play on your phone, man?
Eat.
Oh, I always fall for the ads. Once they show me the ad 17 times, I have to get the thing. Yes, please.
Listen, I hate how well the ad. Like, okay, so we've all been there on some fucking website, whatever, and it shows you that video game ad, and it's like, it's a person playing the game so shitty, so absolutely terrible that you're like,
Yes.
I could do this way better, and then you download it, and you're like, this game fucking sucks.
You just fell for a
It's
marketing strategy, dumbass.
It's the best marketing strategy ever because I'm like,
No.
I'm
Amateur.
better than this guy. I
play
can get the
much
lava
better.
to the water. I can do it.
That's funny shit. Dude, nothing pisses me off more than ads, though. I
Yep.
was like, oh, this game looks pretty fun. First 15 seconds, you're like, oh, 30 seconds. It's like, delete. That fast. I'm like,
Yep.
I don't care about that game that much.
Yep.
Game
I
is
saw
deleted
Caden on this argument.
so fast. Bye.
My only exception would be like Diablo Immortal. You can like watch stuff to get extra stuff. I think is how that works. You know what I mean? Like you can get extra chests and stuff if you watch ads. But you select to do that. You know, they don't just like force you to go through it.
Hell, even some games now, it's fucking, you can watch one ad a day or something like that. Because some people will sit there and just watch ads for like 4 hours to get all this crazy shit. And they're like, all right, well, you can only watch one ad a day, guy.
We
You can't
gotta
get
put
all
a
this
limit
free
to this
shit. You can't get that much free stuff. All right. How about we work our way up
Wait,
to.
wait.
Whoa.
I just hold on. I cut Thomas off. I don't think he actually said what he plays on his phone.
Yeah, what do you
Oh
play?
yeah, I thought you guys were gonna guess because it's every single ad.
Oh, I don't.
Is it the one with the
Oh.
lava? I
2
don't know what it's
dots.
called.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I'm playing
is
the
that?
2 dots. It's nothing like the ad whatsoever. I'll tell you that. There's no gameplay from the game in the ad that I've encountered yet. But it's just a stupid puzzle game. And it makes you feel smart. It's kind of
I
fun.
like puzzle games.
Like
Wordscapes.
connected
I forgot.
dots.
You and me do have that.
we
in
do have
common.
wordscapes. Yeah, I have a hard time thinking of that as a game because it's like homework.
It's
like-
it's
If we're
Good, though.
counting
I
that,
like
then Duolingo is probably my other one. I've been trying to learn Spanish, and you can totally watch an ad to get free stuff on there. Absolutely. I broke my streak. I had like a 50-day streak going, and I was editing, and I got in the tunnel, and I forgot what I was doing, and I was supposed to do it before midnight, and I did, and I broke my streak, and then I was so mad I just hadn't done it in like a week.
I did that with my Audible thing. I was going for like repetitive listens, and I was like 45 days in. I think like 2 months is gold or some shit. And I broke it, and I haven't read a book since. I'm demoralized.
Same. Absolutely. I also downloaded Marvel Snap because that was the one before 2 dots that was every single ad. It's
Is that any
interesting
good?
though. It's cool to collect the cards, but it's I don't know. It's something to do while you're sitting around waiting for something.
What is the game exactly for people who do not know?
It's kind of a points system. There's like 3 fields of play, and your cards are characters, and each one of them's worth so many like star points. So like your first round, you can't play your hardest ones, and you like play back and forth. It's really simple. Like I don't think I've ever lost yet, but it's also not hard enough to be difficult because I'm still in the beginning. I don't know. It's cool to get the cards, and then you get they have the card of the Hulk, and he's like, I'm the Hulk, and then you like win a bunch of stuff. And then the Hulk's like elbows pop out of the side of the card, and it's like upgrade, and like you can do that to all the cards 10 times. One of those things where if you want to collect stuff, you should play this game. I might get more into it when it's not awesome outside because we done turned the corner, guys. It's springtime.
Springtime. I have a game that I guarantee you played. This blew up when I think I was a sophomore in high school. Madden Mobile. Like, we would sit in the locker room, and like we would all 60 of us would be sitting there playing Madden Mobile. Like, that was the shit.
The fucking school Wi-Fi is just crying.
Yeah.
I had one of those PlayStation cell phones. It was like it wasn't the Vita.
Vita? Oh.
It might have been called
Know
the
what you're
Vita
talking about.
phone or something. Yeah, it slid up, and there was a PlayStation controller, and that was the only game I ever got for it because it came with it, and I didn't want to spend money. But I would totally sit on the toilet and play Madden. I missed that phone. I think that phone got ran over. All right.
Yeah,
Ran
what
over.
like we have the technology now to play all these games remote, like just boot up our PS5 and play them on our phone, like PlayStation.
What is the thing you have?
I'm interested. I have a backbone for my phone, which is just it plugs into your phone's charger, and it's like makes your phone into a little controller. And PlayStation, I don't know if Xbox does it. I don't know if PCs do it. You can boot up your PlayStation and it streams your video to your phone, and you just use your phone as like your PlayStation. So it's like basically a PS Vita, but it's your phone.
With access
So I
to
guess
better
they kind of
games.
do it. Oh yeah, because it's just a stream of your PS5. It's literally just your PS5.
I
Just
had a
little
Vita
worse.
that, like, when it came out, I was in. It was the perfect console for someone who, like, moved from place to place.
I've heard
But
that.
it sucked. Like, the Vita was a cool idea, but who is it? Nintendo perfected it.
I really wish Nintendo would try harder with the Switch.
Oh no, don't get me like it can definitely be improved, but as a handheld console, a modern handheld console, it fucking destroys everything else. The only thing that could possibly touch it is the backbone. And that's if you have that shit like if you have a what is it, an Ultra or a Plus phone, whatever the big one is, you know, the bigger screen, the stronger faster thing in the chip. I'm not smart about that.
Processor.
Sure. Like if you have all that set up, that could be a better rig. But I mean, you also can't play Pokemon on that because you're a loser. But
Or I don't know much about it. Caden probably knows more. The Steam Deck.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's probably better. It's just a Switch that plays Steam games. Yeah.
Yes,
I had
it's
heard
so
about
it's
that.
probably better.
$1,000, I think.
Jesus,
something like that. Either 500 or 1,000, I think.
If they're not, if it's more than 500, it's going to lose any console war.
I mean,
well, it is the only of its kind. Yeah, that's true. It is a, what do you call that, niche?
I'll tell you real fast how much it is.
Was it the Switch 500 when it came out, or am I tripping?
I believe
No, I think
Maybe it was they
the
got
TV
price
one.
gouged to that.
I got mine super on sale at Best Buy, and I paid about that.
That's the thing about the Switch that pisses me off. They're just kind of buns. Like the concept, awesome, but the graphics, trash. The processing, I guess, because it just crashes all the time and freezes. Like trash. Like try harder, Nintendo. You have a like they have an audience. They get like the cartoony kids games. Like I'm not playing that shit on my PlayStation, although I do have one of those for my list. But
You can't knock Mario Kart, man. 4-player Mario
Yeah.
Kart.
That's the thing, though, is that they don't really have to fucking try. I mean, they almost went bankrupt with the Wii, but they have the, like, what do you call that? The legacy, you know, they have all the games that is nostalgia driven. So it doesn't really matter what they do, people will buy it.
Correction. It is $400. I was thinking of the Valve, the Steam Valve Index, the VR set. That's $1,000, I think.
yeah, I forget what I was going to say something about the Switch, but I forget. I just completely lost it.
You were talking
Fuck the
about how it like
Switch.
crashes and stuff. Yeah.
Fuck the Switch. Oh no, you were like, oh, they got all the nostalgia driven games, but
Yeah.
also Breath of the Wild was fucking awesome. It was just like, yeah, it's nostalgia driven. It got me in the door for nostalgia, but I was like, this thing's fucking sick.
Yeah.
And now they got a new one coming out like next month, I think. Yeah, you're fucking up. I'm telling you,
Well, my wife plays it
because you'd love it.
I think that handheld games are a lot more driven by, like, they tend to pick a main type of game. You know what I mean? Like Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, and stuff like that is what we're talking about with the Switch. But the Vita, if you were a JRPG nerd or a fighting game nerd, you probably got way more out of the Vita than you did if you were into shooter games and stuff like that.
What is JRPG?
Japanese
Junior?
role-playing games.
Oh, I didn't know that was
Final
a thing.
Fantasy, Legend of Legaia, Legend of Dragoon, that kind of thing. Like, you know, where you just hit X over and over again and navigate a mini map and listen to people talk and then do turn-based fighting. Dun, 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 dun,
Sounds
dun,
like,
dun, 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 for just hours and hours and hours. You gotta be a real nerd.
Sounds like South Park games, kind of.
Just
You mean you're not
JRPG.
spamming X, but you are
Right,
walking and then doing turn-based fighting, and then walking and doing a story, and then turn-based fighting.
I mean, it's also like Pokemon. The original Pokemon games were
Yeah.
absolutely
Pokemon's sick.
JRPG style.
the original.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did anyone have the South Park games on their list? Did you all make lists?
I have Steam, so I can tell you all the games I've played. So I didn't need to make a list.
Oh yeah, we talked about that at work. That's a cool
Mhm.
feature that like playing games on computer. That's kind of a cool
Yeah,
feature.
recent February, January, December 2022, November 2022, October. So it goes all the way back. So
They show you how
I
much
can
like
tell you.
time you have in a game.
oh, if I clicked on it, yes.
So many years of academy training.
just for shits and giggles,
Jesus.
I click on Borderlands 3 and I have 36 hours in playtime.
That's it?
That's
We
it.
talk about that game way too much for 36 hours. Dan, I have 900 hours in GTA Online.
All right, if we're gonna talk about hours, dude.
Or no, that was Rocket League. I think GTA was 500. I think Rocket League was 900 hours.
Disgusting.
When you talk about Rocket League, right?
No, we don't.
You guys need to come to the bright side. You guys are
Absolutely.
incorrect. You're on the wrong side of history here. You need to come join me and Thomas, and we're gonna be the best quads team that has ever lived.
Yeah, you should join us now. That way I'm better than you, so I don't feel so bad playing with
Join or die.
I've
Yeah.
officially ranked myself up to the point where I can't win. I have to learn how to fly or stop playing.
Flying's hard. All right, since you guys hate Rocket League, I guess I won't talk about it. I just wanted to try to convince
No,
you.
by all means. I mean, you can talk about it.
I don't need to talk about it. All the people listening, you know Rocket League. All right, just in case
Sucks.
you don't know, in case you live under a rock. All right, Rocket League, kick-ass game. So there's two cars. Well, there's a lot of cars. You're a car. Your opponent is also a car with rocket boost, and you're playing soccer with a giant ball that's super bouncy, and it's super fun. And you go super fast. You hit the ball into the goal, whatever. You can fly. It's fucking awesome. It's the closest thing to a real sport in video game that I've encountered.
You're forgetting about the cancer part.
The cancer part.
Yeah, the game's cancer.
Yes. It's not cancer. Just because you're bad doesn't mean it's cancer.
Yeah.
This
Let
is
me
something I've
jump
been trying to
on.
teach you on Call of Duty too.
10 minutes of fucking playtime versus someone who has like 1,000 hours playtime.
To be fair, if you play competitive, that
You
doesn't
could-
happen.
Yeah, you can play without me, Bob.
Listen, bro. No.
But yes,
I will not play.
Also, I feel
I
the
would.
exact same way when you guys want me to play Call of Duty. To be fair,
Yeah.
I'm such utter ass at that game still. I'm working my way through the campaign. It only takes me like 900 deaths to beat each mission now.
In which one?
Not 1,000.
Cold War.
War. What difficulty do you play on, friend?
Normal.
Normal? It's not bad.
I'm figuring out what weapons I like. I think that's part of my problem. There's too many guns. I never know exactly what's going to happen when I fire the gun. Does that make sense?
It depends on how you like to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether you like to hang back or charge in or Leroy Jenkins or suicide
I did that
vest or
too
whatever you
much
want to
last time, so I'm trying to
do. Which one?
the just charging. I'm so used to.
Oh.
I'm not used to games where you're supposed to be on a team. Like I'm used to being the main character and you're supposed to just go forward as fast as you can. And it's not working out for me. I keep getting shot in the ass. I'm also not used to games with waves. I haven't played one since like Halo. I'm just out of touch.
Fucking loved Halo, dude. Infinite was okay. It was all right, but the original, like 1, 2, and 3, even ODST, I liked. It's just so good, dude.
I think 2 was my favorite.
Probably.
2's everybody's favorite. That's yeah, absolutely.
You can't leave out Reach though. I loved fucking Reach, dude.
Never played it. I
Is
never
there-
played
You
anything
never-
past 3.
Is there anything more fun
God.
than sitting
sorry.
next to your buddy and you're both just riding around in a warhog, just blasting stuff? It's just a great day.
It used to be my summers chilling, drinking Orange Fago, playing Halo 2.
Hell yeah.
I used to be so what's the word? What's a word that would mean I am cancer, Caden? Could you give me that word? I'm sure it exists.
You're a
Because that's what I was.
carcinogen, my friend.
I hate you. I was toxic. That's what I was. I was me and my little cousin, or my cousin Megan, who is only a little bit younger than me. We'd play that shit in her brother's bedroom all the time, and they were the first people I ever knew that had online and a mic and all that shit, and we'd just be on their mic, and I would just be saying the most fucking aggressive things. Like, it was unnecessary. I'm sorry. I was toxic. I'm reformed.
I'm reformed.
Please forgive me.
That's amazing.
All right, I gave one. We need another game thrown out here from one of
All
you
right.
three.
All right. What? Oh,
Me?
go ahead, Cade.
Okay. All right. I'm going. I was telling Cohen about this yesterday. I think we're gonna go the fucking God tier trilogy. I'm going like the Sly Cooper series. Fucking Sly Cooper, the Thievius Raccoonus, Sly 2, Band of Thieves, Sly 2, Honor Among Thieves, or Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Fucking God tier, dude.
Excellent. Very excellent.
God tier.
It's so God tier you don't remember the titles. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. God tier.
Yes. God
Sounds
tier.
more to me like it might be poop tier.
Listen, you can't. No, you can't beat a game.
I've never played them. I'm just
You
fucking.
play as a fucking raccoon who's a thief because he's got a little mask.
Don't mind.
Raccoon. Little
Oh my
mask.
god! Clip that.
Dude, fuck around. Some of the missions were infuriating.
Dude.
Infuriating.
Listen, I have a PlayStation now, so I fired up on my PC and fucking plug my Xbox controller in and play fucking all the fucking slides. Oh my god, dude. Fucking love it. I mean, it's so easy now, but it's still like the nostalgia part, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
It's so
Absolutely.
fucking fun. Or that, or Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, all those
Jack
fucking
and Daxter.
PlayStation games, dude.
I have a
Those are-
Ratchet and Clank on mine.
Those were fucking
You're right.
Did you guys play the new one?
The new what?
The new Ratchet and Clank came out last year.
Oh no, I don't have a
Oh my god, it
PlayStation.
was like pure nostalgia, very good story, very fun gameplay. It was just great. Excellent. Would recommend. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I think it's a PS exclusive.
What the hell has Tom been playing?
Yeah, we've been playing.
Yeah, I was gonna
Thomas.
say we need to get Dan and Tom in here.
I'm pretty addicted to Rocket League since he got me started.
That's all you've been playing, though?
I mean, like
know
if
that's
I
a
only
goddamn lie.
have 10 minutes to play, then that's what I
Oh,
do.
no, yeah.
You know
I
what
mean, time constraints. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, like,
I've also been playing Minecraft.
there you
You
go.
can watch me play Minecraft on my stupid game channel, The Dopey Emperor, where I am bad at Minecraft. I'm really not that good at it. Come watch me be dumb. It's fun. I
Better than
also
some
have
guy that's never
been.
played.
What is the game?
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this again, but you're very good at Minecraft. I fucking go in your house and I get sad about how bad I am at Minecraft. So you shut the fuck
Oh
up.
yeah, we
Sorry,
did play
continue.
together for a hot minute there, didn't we?
You go to his house to play
continue.
Minecraft?
I had to. I'm not gonna let you do that. He good. Go watch him.
My Let's Play is not impressive. Let's just say that. I'm not fast. How about that? I compare myself to, the professionals, and they're both better at editing themselves and better at doing things quickly and preparing for things. I'm not a good preparer. How many times did we're just on the mic just talking for an hour and all I'm doing is going on the train tracks back and forth to the two places because I keep forgetting stuff. Not my jam.
What can you explain? What constitutes a professional Minecrafter? Like, what does that look like?
Oh, dude, check out Mumbo Jumbo. He's probably the most famous Minecrafter, like the most recognizable one.
Like,
Is
what
it
do they
very
do?
smart?
Like, what makes them professional? In
This
the game?
guy literally like makes machines that like walk and like he like built a house on top of a platform that has 4 robotic legs that walks across the Minecraft world.
I see. So they're really
Yes.
into the game
They're
mechanics
good.
and shit like that. I
Yes.
got you.
They
know it
play
inside and
for
out.
8 hours a day, 6 days a week. It's their job. They're very good.
Thomas, if he was paid to play Minecraft, got it.
I was gonna say the easy parameter is like they get paid for it.
A
Oh,
lot of money, some of them.
I got you. Yeah.
Right.
Do you play
I tell
Minecraft,
you-
Hayden?
I used to. I used to
Oh.
play a shit ton. I used to play the shell, the Xbox One edition and the 360 edition. But my crowning achievement on Minecraft was making a sort of a not a catapult, but a cannon that shoots arrows.
Oh yeah.
Like you make this contraption and just shoot a bunch of arrows at this piston, and then you put TNT and water, I think,
Mhm.
and then your redstone. You flip the switch, and then you time it to where all the arrows, the piston sucks in, the arrows fall down, explodes, and all the arrows are flying. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking made it, bro.
I made
I'm god tier at Minecraft now.
I'm done now.
Yeah.
I'm finished. I finished Minecraft. That's my favorite thing about Minecraft is that you can't finish it. Like there's no end of the game. Like even in the end of the game, it's just the beginning
Ender
of the
Dragon.
end game. You know what I mean? And it goes on forever. Pretty thrilling.
Yeah, and for some reason we don't have a server because Dan and Caden are lame.
I mean, you got the thing. We got the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could happen one of these days.
Every one of you, get on socials right now and yell at them.
If
Say
you,
Minecraft
if you,
fucks.
yeah, maybe we'll
Minecraft
divide into
fucks.
2 teams and we'll like start a war.
I'm still trying to get good at Call of Duty, dude. Like,
Yeah, maybe stop
Fair.
that.
well, now they have ranked on COD now. Just don't even.
Coming from a fucking guy that you'll get motion sickness if you watch his. Shut the fuck.
Yeah, but still, like, I'm
I've
not
seen
there
your
Call it
good.
out.
Like, how do you even
I'm okay. I'm okay.
register? Like,
I'm
how do-
I'm
how-
nowhere near like.
Oh,
It's just from playing. Just like how the guy that Thomas said on Minecraft, I'm sure he fucking runs around, does all kinds of shit like that. But
Yeah,
it's
like-
just from playing so much.
Jump from the top of the universe and land in a bucket of water you placed there while you were falling and not die and stuff like that. Yeah.
Like, dude, if I was
Just makes
sweeping
you
my
sick.
house and trying to like look around that fast, I would like just completely skip over a fucking breathing person. Like, just yep, you're not there. How do you even process visual information that fast? I don't know. I mean, obviously with practice and time, but
Yeah.
man, that's crazy.
I don't even know who just did that. I was gonna say, is it Dan next that needs to get something out there?
Oh, it don't matter. Just talking.
Get your shit out there, Dan. I know what you're gonna say. It's
All
on
right.
my list too.
I didn't want to do it to you fine folks, but I have to shit on everything you believe in. Because not one of you said Resident Evil 4. Not one of you, because you're all cowards. Now,
Never played it.
True.
it's okay. You can be
True.
redeemed. All right. Yeah, it's amazing.
Resident
It's-
Evil 4 is trash. Not even the best Resident Evil. Here's the tier list. Ready? 8, 7, 1, 3, 6, 5, 4. 2.
You realize how heavily... Never mind. Shut the fuck up, man. All right. Now, listen.
I'm
Nah,
here for
fuck.
this.
Shit.
Please let this happen.
I only played 8 and 7.
You're cancer. You are
The
a
rest of them I was just
carcinogen.
pissing off Dan.
God. I mean, that's not a bad list. At least you had one in there. Most people are too cowardly because it has fixed frames. But
Oh
You
yeah,
never
I
even
can't
played
do
one?
one. Yeah, I
You're-
played one because I got through the fixed frame. I was like on the second one. I was like, "Is this it?" And I was like,
dude, it's
And then I
amazing.
stopped
It's a classic. Like, I'm not saying like nostalgia only. It is still a good game because that's like the most
Mm-mm.
puzzle heavy.
Mm.
Nope.
Like, if you like that shit, which I do. Like, some people don't. That's like the original 4. The puzzles weren't that crazy because it was trying to like transition to a more broad audience. Anyway, the reimagining, it's not a remaster. You have to remember that. If you played the original and you play the new one, it's not a remaster. It's a reimagining. And it is amazing. It is as good as could have possibly been done. My only complaint is they they left out a couple things, but none of it was key. However, one thing was like iconic. Kind of trash, but whatever. It's amazing. So tasty. It is a game that you spend fucking XS games. I play Xbox because I'm superior, so just so everybody knows. But XS games are like 70 670 ish, maybe. Or no, wait, I paid the deluxe because I got it like that. I know. Anyway, it's absolutely worth it. The replayability, I think, is key. It's a huge factor in games that you, especially if you're paying full price for.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have the replay value, get the fuck out of here. But a lot of the games nowadays have that as like DLC or Battle Pass. Like the original Resident Evil 4 had like 3 damn games in it.
Hmm.
So, and they kind of kept true to that, which is awesome.
I'm old. I haven't played Resident Evil since it was on the PlayStation 1.
Yes, sir. Hey,
When
you're
I
an OG
played it
then.
on the PlayStation 1. I was bad at
Most people have only played the remake, so I
Mhm.
respect that.
it. You want
I
to go
also
super old
found it then.
school? I had a Sega Saturn, and you want to talk about puzzles? Remember the Mist,
Like
There
The
was
Mist,
the
like,
game? Yeah. with
Yeah.
the
Well, no,
puzzly-
not the game. I never played the game, but I mean the movie and shit. Yeah.
It might have just been called Mist. But all it
Yeah, I
was
didn't play a
puzzles.
game.
You know what I mean? First person you go, you solve puzzles. There was a game that was just called D for the Sega Saturn. And it was just all puzzles, and it was like a weird, trippy, psychological frilly story that I was way too young to understand. But some of the puzzles were so ridiculous. It was like there's 4 drawers. You got to open the bottom drawer and close it. Open the next drawer and close it. Open the next drawer, leave it open, and then open the bottom drawer again. And there's a key in there now for no reason.
Oh, so
Spent
not only is it
hours
puzzle,
playing
but it's
those
also
games.
that's I don't know how I would do in a game like that. Because it's a lot of backtracking.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily do too well in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I played with my buddy on his PlayStation, that was the deal. He would do all the shooty, runny, hard stuff that made me yell at the TV. And then when the puzzle happened, I'd be like, go take a piss, get us some orange pop, and I'll figure this
Right.
out.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, the puzzles are a staple of the Resident Evil franchise. And it's like 5 had like an embarrassingly small and simple amount, but 6 unforgivable. And then they finally rectified and like they paid homage and for their sins and all that with 7. But what?
Could you explain what the game Resident Evil is for people who have no fucking clue what you're talking about? I probably should have said something a little sooner. Maybe
Resident
they
Evil.
want to buy it.
Resident Evil, the original concept for Resident Evil is surrounded by is in the universe of zombies, of flesh-eating reanimated corpses, not the 1960s just pale-faced dead people. We're talking shredded up, half-eaten human and dogs, reanimated, hungry for human flesh, rabid. However, if you have any worries, they're unfortunately not like World War Z cracked out Dawn of the Dead zombies. They're the slow zombies, which adds a good creep factor when your character can literally only go as fast as a one-legged dude trapped in cement. Yeah, you can't go very fast. It's not very, but that's the point of it. It's in the survival horror genre, so inventory management is critical. It's crucial. You have to plan your steps. You have to. It tests your reactions. It tests your. There you go. See, it's survival horror in the zombie franchise, in the zombie universe, and it's, in my opinion, the best example of it. There are others. There are other games in the zombie universe like it, but they do it the best. Capcom knocked it out of the park. And it only gets more ridiculous and crazy. But if you follow the lore and you follow the games, it explains why it gets crazier and all the other stuff. It's like, it's not like Fast and the Furious, but it's like Fast and the Furious because it starts out with a simple, humble concept, and eventually they're landing cars on the moon. Eventually, you got zombie dogs that are turning into mutant frogs and using machine guns. But, what the hell? Why not? Let's throw a motorcycle
I'm
at
in. Sold. You already
But
struck
then-
oil. Quit drilling.
But then they buy it all back with Resident Evil 7, where they do for the first time, they go to first person mode in a survival horror, not in a survival horror game, but in a Resident Evil survival horror game. And it is a masterpiece that kicks the franchise, because the franchise almost dies. And then they brought it back to life.
Which game was that? That's the first person one?
7.
I think that
It's the
might
first
be the
time
one
they ever did it.
that you can get on the Oculus then. That would make sense,
Yeah,
right?
mhm.
I've thought about it. If you're gonna get me back
Dude,
into
it's-
a Resident Evil, that'd be the way to go for me because the
7?
immersive experience.
A lot of people, I would say, under 25, 7 is the first one they ever played. And it shook a lot of people. It's not that crazy, but it's a different entry. If you played 5 and 6 and then you played 7, it's completely, it'll fuck you up. It's different. What?
Listen,
Squiggly.
I have played 7, and I have now played 8 on the VR. 7? 7's fucking creepy in the VR. It's not for the faint of heart. I remember I got it, and sitting in my parents' basement, because I still lived at home at this time, in the dark, alone in this house, and I was playing it, and I took it off, and it was pitch black down there. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I put it down, and I was like, I'm done. Not doing it anymore. Nope. I was like, there's something wrong with me. But I wanted to keep playing because it's also super fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
What?
We got
the first 2 Resident
Scrub.
Evils I ever played was, I think the first one was Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, which is just, I know Dan's gonna fucking explode, but I was more like shoot 'em up, shooter type, games.
Yeah.
So that's what I started with. And then the second one was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, and I played it on VR. and I'd never played VR before.
Ooh.
I remember, first thing you're walking through the fucking woods, and then like the birds, they scare you, and then like you get to this house, and I'm just looking at it, and it's just pitch black through this door. I'm like, I wouldn't do this shit in real life. I took it off.
To my wife.
I was done that night. I didn't
Flip
play,
that.
and then I beat it, and it was scary. It was fucking fun. It was like that's really what got me into playing like horror, like S games like that, and Outlast and all that stuff. So good.
Outlast is a good one. I liked
Yes.
Outlast.
Yes.
Which I was gonna ask this, but someone was talking. Favorite horror game for just kind of like the horror sake, not like, oh, Resident Evil 7 is my favorite horror game. Like, okay, well, it's not really like a pure horror game. Anyone got anything off the top of their head? Because I got a few that come to mind.
We just like firing them off. I would
Yeah,
say
your favorite if you got one.
Mine would be
I
like Outlast 1 and 2, and then the Whistleblower DLC. Outlast
didn't like 2.
2
Outlast
was
is
very
good though.
good.
It's solid, absolutely.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's so solid. Honorable mention, Slender, the 8 pages.
Oh
Boy.
god, dude, Slender. You just can't you can't beat Slender. Like Slender, the game itself is probably not that great, but like if you were, I don't know, high school or less, probably less than high school at that point, because I was probably in middle school. And I remember my buddy had it on his PC, and you're just like, wait, is this real? Is this guy real? Like that was kind of eating into it for me, because there was like
Yeah.
this whole story and shit. And it was like just blew up, and no one knew if it was real or not. And I'm like,
I was gonna
so
say,
you playing this, bro?
wasn't the lore
It was
around that
amazing.
like pretty serious? Like they actually like. dug
Oh
into
yeah,
that shit?
I thought it was real until like an embarrassingly long amount of time.
Well,
We're
yeah,
not going
I-
to talk
I
about
had
it
Until I was 25.
until about a week ago.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't hear or know about it up until it was like obvious, like obvious internet lore bullshit, But
If you were in that time, that's the same thing as the Blair Witch Project, where you're just like, wait,
yeah, the found
real?
footage era, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because there was all the creepy pastas about it and shit, and you're like, wait,
Yeah.
and like the pictures, because the whole thing started from a picture editing contest. Like it was
Yeah,
like,
I've
hey,
heard
make the
that.
scariest picture, and a dude just made Slenderman next to the little girl or whatever and posted it, and then literally the whole thing was just spawned from that. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's very creepy though. Like I will never forget. I think that's the very first horror game I ever played though. Like
Yeah.
willingly played, not knowing,
What, Slenderman?
Yeah, Slender the 8 pages.
You were deprived as a child.
I know, but I was a little.
You never like
Listen, if
snuck
I knew
in?
it was scary, I was a little pussy, dude. I hate
Oh,
that
so
kind
was
of
I.
shit.
Yeah, absolutely,
But
as a kid. But
sitting
I
there
love zombies
playing
more than
on
anything.
my little shitty laptop with my headphones, and I took them out because I was a little chicken shit. You just walk around, you're like, and then you're like, one page, boom. You're like,
Yep.
oh shit. And then you look and you see him like, oh shit. And dude,
God, I love that. It was so amazing.
eerie shit. Like,
Yeah.
And then you get to like 3 pages and the music's boom, boom. And then like your screen gets all fuzzy, all static. You're like, oh, what the fuck? But yeah, and jump scares, dude, that shit was crazy when I was a kid.
The main content in a horror game, like specifically horror game, is important for sure. Obviously, that's what but it's, in my opinion, the atmosphere that you can create. Can the game developers and the directors, like, can they create an atmosphere of isolation, of fear, of just constant unrelenting edge, where you're just fucking fraying at the seams of frustration, of what do you call that, like just stress.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to do. A lot of people, especially now, I mean, think of how many horror tropes have been just repetitively beaten into every kind of media you consume. Most shit you can see coming from a mile away. To catch someone off guard nowadays is, I think, the ultimate test of like a developer or a designer. I don't know. A lot of things have been tried and exhausted, especially in horror.
My favorite is Slender the Arrival. It's the second Slender.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember what the fuck happens in it anymore. I just remember I was like, at that point, this is my favorite fucking horror game ever, whatever. And I just haven't really played many since. So I'm gonna go ahead and trust my past self and say it's me. And I'm very curious what Thomas's is because I would imagine it's not it's not Outlast or Slender.
Can I say something about Slender the Arrival though? You think Slender the 8 pages was bad, and then when Slender like, okay, there's Slender Man, get away from him, and then you get into the giant bunker, and you're like Slender Man. Oh, and there's just like little hooded bitch fucking running around, fucking you're just like kind of walking around. And you expect to see Slender, and this girl's just like full sprint at you. You're like, what the fuck is that? Like, and then she like pounces on you and like gets in your face, and then she runs away. You're like, what the fuck was that, dude?
If I ever get into a supernatural situation, I hope you're with me, Caden. It would be amazing. It doesn't matter how fucking scary it is. You just, God, it'd be amazing. Your reactions.
My thing with like horror games, jump scares, I'm okay with, but like the element of like Outlast did it very well, where like you're running and you go like you can look behind you and the person's like right behind you, like you're like, oh shit, like oh shit, like then you got to squeeze through a hole to get away. It's like Jesus Christ, like
it plays on a lot of cardinal phobias and fears for sure.
Yeah,
And they do
getting
really good
chased. Oh my god, that's like my thing is getting chased, dude.
at it. Noted.
All right, Thomas, I'm sorry.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you a horror game I've played since the GameCube. I'm just not
let's hear
super
it.
into being scared.
You say you're not?
No, it's not like a recreational activity. You know what I mean? Like I can push through
Luigi's
it.
Mansion? GameCube?
No, Eternal Darkness.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry?
Eternal Darkness. I believe it was actually a pioneer in the idea of horror games. The reason why I remember it specifically is because it was definitely my most horrifying game experience. Me and my brother, it was 2 a.m. We're playing this game. And in Eternal Darkness, as you take damage, you become more insane. Like you have a sanity meter that peaks across. And the more insane you become, the weirder stuff starts to be in the game. And there are jump scares where there are like you have hallucinations and things jump out at you and then just disappear into the nothingness. Right? We're creeping through this house trying to be as quiet as possible. And we're going by a window. It's dark. It's actually dark in real life. We're by a window in real life. It's storming in real life, just like in the game. And as we grew by the window in the game, there is a jump scare where something jumps through the window at us at the same time that a branch falls off the tree in the dude's backyard and slams into his window. Doesn't break the window, but it scared literal pee out of me. It was horrifying. We yelled so loud in unison that his mom ran in to see what was the matter.
We both shitted.
Just a bit.
You just reminded me. All right, here I am. I had to visit my dad for a month in the summers when he lived in Wisconsin. And this is like in my beginning of my horror movie phase, right? So I've been watching scary movies with my little sister or whatever. And this motherfucker, tell you what. Okay, he's got this new deer call, right? Or animal call. I don't know if it's just for deer, but it has a controller and it's like a giant fucking speaker, and he put it at the top of my closet in this room, right? And he has a little remote out in the living room, thinks he's fucking funny.
Redneck horror.
Right, so I've been asleep for or in bed for like 20 minutes, whatever. That thing starts going off, which wouldn't have scared me on its own, but there's this big like a plastic thing with 3 drawers beside me that was filled with Legos, if I remember right. And it fell like at the same time this thing went off, and I have no idea why. I screamed. I has to be the most scared I've ever been in my fucking life, because I was like the sound. I was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? But then when that fell, I was like, oh fuck,
What did it sound
the
like?
demon's gonna get me. I don't know. I'd have to ask him.
Did it sound like something was dying?
I don't know.
It may have been a
I
coyote
don't, dude.
call.
I was so scared. I'm surprised I didn't black out.
Just pass out, just
Yeah,
There it is.
dude. I didn't sleep that night. Like I sat out. My dad had to stay up with me because my stepmom was like, "Fuck you, you did this. You stay up with him in the living room. I just watched TV." Yeah, it was rough.
As a parent, you don't understand how much your dad regretted that some hours later. He's like, God
Yeah.
damn it.
I want to go
Not
to bed.
worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of games I play have horror elements, I guess. Like, if you play through Fallout, there's always at least one mission where you're in like a dark subway full of ghouls who are just gonna like wake up behind you and run at you and make that noise, scare the crap out of you a few times. On the VR, I'm soloing through Township Tale, where you just are plopped into an abandoned town and you have to go gather resources like chop down trees and mine for stuff or whatever and rebuild the town. In the mine, it is absolute and utter pitch darkness. So if you lose your torch or your torch goes out, it gets you like, it gets me anyway. I'm sensitive. I do not like not knowing where I am. Like it's so dark in the game you can't see the floor. That makes sense. Like you can barely see your hand if you put it right in front of your face. And if you're like lost in the bottom of the mine, you have to go 5 stories up and like find your way home and you have no torch and no way to light a torch. You literally are just moping around in the darkness. It is terrifying. It's like a spelunking nightmare, but in a weird, like cartoony crafting game.
Somehow you still sold me. It sounds fun.
It is
I
pretty
mean, the
fun.
darkness doesn't sound fun, but the game itself, like, yeah, I dig
When
the
you
concept.
get out of the mine, it feels like you accomplished something. Like they made it. It's not like mining in Minecraft where if you get lost, you can just mine a staircase to the surface and you'll be fine. Like you're just fucked. Like there's nothing you can do. You're lost. No one's gonna come get you. Like, like there's nothing you can do. Hopefully something will kill you so you respawn at the thing.
Just imagining a VR Minecraft where like you actually have to swing your pickaxe or whatever.
You do.
You got these kids.
The whole point of this game.
You got these kids with 2 pickaxes, like one in each hand. They're just fucking swinging. They've been swinging for hours. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest.
There's combat as well.
Got so many diamonds.
Like all the animals in the mines that want to kill you, you can like make a shield and make a sword and like make weird pole axes and stuff. And you really do have to swing and sweat your butt off. And like, if you farm things, you have to bend over and pick them up just like in real life. Like it's pretty good workout.
Anyone got anyone that they want to talk about? I got a big old list, so maybe we should try to power through some.
Okay. The Evil Within.
Gross.
Amazing.
He just wants to say Resident Evil Light so bad. He's like, I'll play Resident Evil, and then I play games that are kind of like Resident Evil, but they're named other things.
The heck of all.
Heck.
If anything, no, you done fucked up. If anything, I'm just kidding. If anything, The Evil Within is Silent Hill light. Get it correct. First the fuck of all, you don't enter a completely different goddamn world in Resident Evil. Not to mention, the world that you enter is not a, like, what do you call that? A projection of your deepest insecurities and fears in the same way that The Evil Within and Silent Hill is. That's the big secret of Silent Hill, is that everything you see is a projection of your own fear, like a collection of everyone who's in it. And it's the same thing with, except in Silent Hill, you go to Silent Hill. That is a coal town that was burnt up from a fire underground and everybody died from CO2 poisoning or whatever. And I like Silent Hill. Oh, no, I know that. And the story is like, meh, is loose and, based and all that shit. But like, The Evil Within is humanity's attempt to build a singular consciousness that can be interconnected. And the problem is that they found is the person who created it. The problem that they found is that it depends on the host. That depends on the what spawns in this world. And I mean, go from there. It's amazing. It's fucking killer. Bethesda made it. They made a second one, and it's even better. It's got a good story, good characters. The Evil Within, top notch. It's definitely survival horror.
Is Silent Hill the one that did PT?
Yeah. PT was
that was awesome.
It was the like reboot project that got killed.
Yeah,
That's
I really wish they would have
What in
made
the hell was
that? Game
that?
was fucking.
Yeah. Hideo, well, the whole thing about Hideo Kojima and all that is It sucks. I mean, fucking Metal Gear fell victim to the whole Hideo Kojima thing, but I mean, he's one of the best in the business. But it is what it is. Things happen, companies fall apart, new ones develop. I mean, now we have Kojima Works or Kojima Projects or some shit. It's his gaming company, and it's whatever we lost with his partnership with whatever he was with before, whoever it was. I can't remember who made Metal Gear. But it cannot be forgiven also because they made Metal Gear Survive. So, like, that company needs to be dead in the water. But
Is he the Death Stranding guy?
yes.
Haven't
He's
played that
also
yet,
the
but-
dude that has, like, this infatuation with Norman Reedus. Because he was also the main character in PT.
I don't remember PT. I remember it freaking me the fuck out, but
You're a
I don't
fucking
remember
coward.
Well, I
Okay.
just don't remember anything, dude. So
I'm kidding. No, I know that. PT, yeah. You don't find it out until later, until you actually, like, beat the demo. But Norman Reedus is the main character that you play as in PT, which is essentially the Silent Hill, the next Silent Hill.
I know they're
But-
making one now. Finally,
Well, it's a different idea. The endless hallway loop puzzle idea was his, and it got scrapped when he left the project. But and then obviously, yeah, he left and when he made Death Stranding with Norman Reedus and all that, like his I think he partnered with Sony, if I remember right, to make that game. I can't remember. I can't wait to see what he has coming out in the future, dude.
so fucking speed round because we got 10 minutes. Fucking
Cool.
Caden, go.
Oh, games?
Go.
Steam.
Something good.
Spyro, the Reignited Trilogy.
Yes.
Playing
Gross.
that. A Middle Earth Shadow of War, Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Phasmophobia, War Thunder, which I have a lot of hours in, Dishonored, Thomas, Dishonored 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, because it was like
Ooh, yeah, I
cheap as
played
hell.
Battlefront.
Hell Let Loose, which is so fucking fun, Squad, War of Rights, which is a Civil War game, first person shooter I play, Elden Ring, God of War, Total War, Rome 2, Fallout New Vegas,
Ooh, classic.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag,
Classic.
Kingdom Under Fire, The Crusaders, such a good game.
Classic.
Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, Hearts of Iron 4, Cyberpunk 2077, Old
All
Fast
right,
Nations at
speed
War.
round. Got it. You got it down, Bo. You fucking
you.
nailed it. You killed that. Dude. Great job.
I got a lot more games, bro.
Has everyone here played an Assassin's Creed game?
Yeah.
Favorite Assassin's Creed game? Go.
Black
Mine's
Flag.
two.
Valhalla.
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
Yeah,
is
I
my
think most
second.
people's is Black Flag.
Yeah.
Valhalla was very good, and it definitely like kind of reignited my actual faith in them making good games again. But I
You
just
guys
love the
played through all
Ezio
of them?
shit.
No.
I've played all of them. I've played through and beat all of them through Black Flag, but I haven't played any of the newer ones.
Same story except
Don't
break,
just play Valhalla.
a hiatus and then Valhalla. I've heard like Origins and shit is pretty good, but Valhalla, Black Flag was, I mean, fuck, that game was awesome.
The
That and I
second
just like
one
pirates
was
anyway.
actually one of the first games I ever actually beat. Like I played through to the end and beat, and it I got obsessed. And one of the special features of the second one was that you could play the first one like it was a PlayStation 1 game, I think. So the file was so small it was just on the disc, or maybe you could download it or something like that, and use the disc to play it or something. Yeah, I played through that one, and then it was on from there.
I'll do one better, Colin. Favorite assassin, go.
Assassin?
Yes.
Ezio, I said that.
Ezio? Dan?
Yeah, Ezio. I fucking love that time period.
Oh, mine is
I'm
definitely.
not talking the time period. I'm talking the character.
Well, that's what he was. He was in that time period.
Yeah, but he wasn't
my
the
ass.
time period. I'm talking about
my
the character.
ass.
Talking about the character.
Oh man,
Yeah, Ezio. I love Ezio.
Ezio. Okay. Dan.
I honestly don't remember any of their names, but if I had to just pick one, it would be the dude from Flag.
Edward.
It's pretty cool.
Thomas.
I think, is it Curtis, the Native American guy?
What?
That doesn't
Curtis.
sound very Native American. I won't
That's
lie to you.
It's the
Right.
dude from Ohio.
Huh?
Rohanaketun.
Then he also
Connor.
got a name from his Connor. Yeah.
Connor, yeah.
Also, doesn't sound very Native American.
Well, he's half and half, son.
Well, usually his actual Native American name, it's like 40 letters, dude. It's like
Like
crazy.
40 letters.
It is.
You need to take a breath in this
Um,
motherfucker's name.
I'm gonna
Got
go original Altair. My favorite assassin.
He is alluring. He's got that like death's head kind of a air
He's-
about him.
And he's not the original, but like to me, he's the original assassin.
He
He
did
was
have
the
to cut
first
his
one.
finger off to wear the thing like that. He's that old school.
Yeah, that's crazy. Until Leonardo da Vinci was like, "Hey, bro, don't do that.
it.
I'll invent a new blade for you guys. You don't have to cut your fingers off."
You fucking heathens.
That is probably my favorite thing about the Assassin's Creed series or franchise is it's like Forrest Gump. Like they just like intertwine historical events. Like you can't tell me the trailer for the one Assassin's Creed during like the Revolution where this dude's nuking bodies for George Washington. That shit was sick.
That's
It's like,
the
I
one with
didn't
Connor, I
play that.
believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't play it. That dude's like claiming souls for the fucking American
So
flag.
good.
Better question. What's your favorite city from an Assassin's Creed game? Because the city is
Atlanta.
always a character in the game.
Rome got to be. There's a lot of
I-
big
I
ones.
fucking
I
could've
love
called
Rome,
that
dude. I love
Yeah.
Rome. Even though
I'm surprised you have not
it
read
wasn't
Meditations.
like Rome like way before, but it was like what 500 years ago Rome. So it's kind of like trying to think when was Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2? When did those take place? The 1300s, something like that.
Can't remember.
Anyway, so like it's not like
It's before United Italy, so it's definitely before the
Yeah.
1600s.
Yeah. So it's not like
He guesses.
like peak Rome. Like it's like kind of like they had ruins then,
Medieval
from
Rome.
the old Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going Istanbul. I
Yes.
I fell in love with that city playing that game. I want to visit there so bad. It's one of the oldest continuously inhabited places in the whole world. It's like Jerusalem. Like people have lived there for thousands of years.
Here's how I say we wrap up. One game, your favorite game you've played in the last year, and a game you're excited for. I think we could probably all do that off the top of our
Yeah,
head.
it's easy.
Dan, go since you're so easy.
Okay, I am easy, but Resident Evil 4 is the best game I've played in the past year, and the game that I'm excited for. Say it with me, gang. That's right, you all don't know. It's actually you do. It's Diablo 4. Excellent. What do you got?
My favorite game of the last year. This is a little bit past a year, but I'm gonna say it anyway. But Ghost of Tsushima been my favorite game probably the last like 5 years.
I've heard
it's
that was
awesome.
good.
Yes, you are a ninja, and your dad, or like you get massacred by the Mongols. Like your whole fucking army's dead, and it's just you and your dad and a couple like stragglers, and you start breaking ninja code to like go fuck these bitches up, and it's super awesome. And your dad hates you for it. He's like, "You should die with honor," and you're like, "No, I will save my country." It's great.
For the
You're
great
also a
country of
redneck.
Texas. well.
Game I'm excited for, Starfield and the new Spider-Man 2.
They're making another one?
Mhm.
Is it like by the same people who made the one for PS4 or whatever?
Yes, and it has Spider-Man and Miles Morales.
Hell yeah. Tom?
Thomas?
I think High on Life might be like my favorite, like it's the only game that I've finished in the last year. And it really
probably
was a
good deal.
good, it was a romp. You know what I mean? It was short. It was sweet. I played all the way through it in 3 days. It really was. I don't know. It was like,
shit.
it's like you skip through it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's never a place where you get stumped enough to stop your momentum.
I see. It's
And-
not one of them games that generate a rage quit.
Right. Correct. It is
Okay.
absolutely a super fun time. It's like a Crash
Leisure.
Bandicoot game. Yeah. Like just cruise right through it. Yeah. You want to talk platformers. That's how far back I go on
You
that.
want to? You fucking think Crash Bandicoot's a cruising game?
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you never broken a fucking PS1 controller? God.
No. I'm really good at games that involve timing.
Fair.
Like that's kind
Anyway,
of my
sorry.
thing, like Prince of Persia and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's my jam. But yeah, that was part of it too. Is all the puzzles were like timing puzzles and like weird like weapon. You know about the weapon? I just told you about it. Go do the thing I just told you. You know what I mean? It was nice. It was fun. And I don't know. As far as games I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to some stuff that's happening in Minecraft. The new update is going to have some cool stuff. I'm also looking forward to Starfield. I'm pretty stoked about a Skyrim in space. It might be the only game I pay full price for and the whole next year because I love space. I've been playing No Man's
sir.
Sky, and it's given me all the space feels.
Yes, fucking sir. I love No Man's Sky. It's hard to stick with, but I love that they've added so much to it. But the original game was like, sorry, what?
Tom, that already exists. Obsidian made like the spiritual sort of successor, like not really successor, but like it's basically a Fallout in space. It's called the Outer Worlds. I haven't got to play it yet.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's basically just New Vegas in space, and it's super good.
So
I'm waiting for the new PS5 version of it to go down in price, and I'm gonna buy it. So yeah,
My only complaint
definitely look into that.
On that game is the amount of fucking dialogue. Oh my god! No, you'll spend like
Sounds
40
like it's up
minutes
Tom's
in
alley.
a conversation picking
jam,
dialogue
dude.
paths.
Super.
Holy shit, that game! It's good, but
It's a game that's a podcast. I'm here for it.
Well,
I
But it is
literally
a
will do
solid
that
game.
when I'm doing dishes and stuff. Sometimes I'll just put on like Oxhorn or somebody who like turned all of Fallout 4 into an audiobook. It's like 19 hours long. You know what I mean? It's just the game playing through.
God.
I like it. It's calming.
Caden, what you got, bub?
Yeah, bring us
home. Well, honorable mention for like recently played but I've played it since 2011. Skyrim,
Yeah.
As many hours I have in that game from my 360 up to my PC, probably well over 500 hours, I'm sure. But you can't go wrong with playing Skyrim. You watch the trailer, you're like, I want to play fucking Skyrim now. But I would say that my recently played probably God of War. I love God of War. I played all the old God of Wars. It was more like it had a little bit of a story, but it was mostly like hack and slash. Well, this one's hack and slash plus a whole lot of stories in the lore of like the Norse mythology and all that shit. I love it. It's so good.
I've never played any God of War games. It's like a thing. Yeah, like I don't want to. Never got started. You know what I mean? But the way people talk about it, I feel like it's like the Legacy of Kain and like those games, like Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain 2, Soul Reaver 2, Soul Reaver. You know what I mean? Like a similar, like a weird mythology. Yeah, I don't know. One of these days,
we go from God of War 3 to God of War, like the new one. Well, not the new one, but the one prior to Ragnarok. It's just Kratos, he's killing his gods in 3, and then you get to the newer one, and he's got a son, and his wife just died, and he's more like wise, and he's not so like, oh, kill everything,
I have a beard now.
Yeah. Like I said, the Norse mythology, like Thor and Odin and Loki and all that shit. And then I would say game I'm excited for, Elder Scrolls 6, I would say.
Do you think it'll be
in the
Hammerfell?
next 2 decades.
I don't know where it's going to be. I've heard lots of theories where it might be. I've heard like how you have Tamriel here on this side of the map, and then there's the like whatever this land is. No one knows what's over there. They think that's where dragons come from. This land over here, Akavir, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
But
I just watched a video about how the legend of the Nords coming over to Skyrim was actually possibly an allegorical story of dragons who lived on whatever that place is, swimming over that impenetrable fog in the ocean, and it turned them into human beings. Like that they're actually really just dragons. It's a super interesting theory. I wish that they would do the Redguard Island. I think that they should do the story.
Hammerfell.
Well, I think they should do this not where they live now, where they come from. Yeah, is it Yakuta? The island that sunk that they came from?
Something like that.
Well, the lore is that they lived on that island with a species of elves that were like they're like Darth Maul looking elves, like red skin, bright red hair, crazy decorations, and they're like powerful and magical and evil and decadent and blah 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 blah. But like I would love to see a Oblivion Crisis style story about the Red Guards and those elves and their war and why the island sunk and the Yakutans fleeing to go to Tamriel and all that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Well, I just think how long Skyrim was, in development. I think Oblivion came out in 2005, 6 years, I would say. So you're looking at 5 or 6 years to come out with Skyrim, and Skyrim was so big. Like, you can still play now and be like, oh shit, I didn't know that. I'm just excited, for 6. Like, how big can this game be? Like, I hope they don't fuck it up. Like like a lot of like game development, companies, they try so hard when they don't need to.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Do you think they're going to be able to use a lot of the assets that they came up with in ESO and stuff to maybe make the game bigger without having to make it take so long to finish?
I mean, it might, like if there was like Skyrim-esque, like, first person graphics type of stuff in the world of ESO, like,
I mean, I feel like they've mapped out a lot of the geography and stuff, at least, where they have I don't know. I'm excited too, though.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's all I got, Kellen.
I was gonna say, are we good? We gonna wrap this bitch up here, fellers? Or are we gonna talk about a 47-year-old game for 2 more hours?
Me and Kate
yes,
could.
yeah, Thomas and I could go on for hours about Skyrim.
I've never played it.
You should just play it.
No,
for
trash.
A couple hours, dude.
Trash, bro.
You don't know that.
Trash. I do.
You don't.
Just like I know Sly Cooper's trash.
Don't even see. You didn't even pronounce it right, so shut up.
Spyro trash. Sly Cooper trash.
Okay.
We'll not sit here and be lectured by someone who plays
War Thunder
sports games.
trash.
You are
Borderlands
just
3 trash.
You are just
Cake
walking
trash.
over my little hills that I'm willing to die on, friend. You're just walking over them, just like
Sorry,
laying
Kate,
mines on my fucking hills.
I only play the show, so I don't know any better.
Exactly.
So fuck you. All right, are we ready to sign off? Or are we good? Anyone got some like a burning video game take? They got to get out of here first.
Oh, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was one of the greatest Call of Duties of all time.
Goodbye. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
That's all, folks.
We post every episode on our YouTube page. Search Highly Visible on YouTube to find us. You can give us a like on our Facebook page, Highly Visible Podcast. We also all use Twitter, and our usernames are all at HighViz, whatever our name is. Dan, Cullen, Caden, and Thomas. We also have a page on Instagram at HighViz Podcast. And Thomas and I are on TikTok, and now our podcast has its own TikTok. And you can find us at HighVizPod, at HighVizCullen, and at HighVizThomas. And if you want all this info in one place, our link tree is linktree.com/highlyvisible. Thanks everyone, we hope you enjoyed the episode.